Capricorn. What's going on, everybody? Tico resonates. And leave what doesn't, okay? These are general messages. Obviously, okay, they will not resonate with everybody, but take what you can. I'm going to roll a dice just out of curiosity. All right. Oh, Neptune, Taurus, and the third house. Really? Really? Illusions. Yeah, Neptune is all psychic gifts and spiritual surrender. Taurus energy. Almost like taking something head on, doing something head on. I just heard a head-on collision. That doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing, though. That's the thing. It could be a good thing. Taking your psychic abilities and just going with it. And you know, there was a point in my beginning of my psychic evolution where you either, it's the saying, shit or get off the pot. You either trust it and you go all in. I like to say you go in balls deep, okay? Going balls deep. And you either trust everything that you're hearing from spirit, the good, the bad, the evil, or you throw it all out and fucking move on with your life and shut the door and pretend it all doesn't exist. Okay? I had to say that to my sister. You know, there's a part of Practical Magic too where Kim Basinger is talking to Sandra Bullock and she's like, oh no, the ants are talking to Sandra Bullock and they're like, you know, because she's doing witchcraft but she's not believing in it. And so the ants go like, you can't do witchcraft while turning your nose on it, right? And I had to remember that. I couldn't start believing in all of this if I was going to be halfway in, halfway out. It's like being a parent. You can't be a parent half the time and then not be a parent the other half. You're either a parent or you're not, right? You're either spiritually inclined or you're not. And it is scary. You know, I'm not saying that it's not. I mean, it's super scary. You either trust it or you don't, right? But that's same with parenthood. That's the same with starting a job. You either trust the work or you don't. Right? Plain and simple. So we have Gothica. Like, I know for a fact that somebody is hearing things, seeing things, and this is your transformation. This is your transformation. People are going to call you crazy, okay? And they're going to act like they don't give a fuck about you. They're going to act like, okay, well, now you're, you know, with your little... Even my own father humiliated me and made fun of me. You know, he would always go like, oh, you and your universe, you and your spirits. Oh, now it's you and your... And I'd just be looking at him like, it was so ignorant, you know, like just because you don't understand it, now it's me and my little friends are coming over, AKA me and my spiritual team. Like, it was so condescending, okay, that I can't... I mean, my father is a very immature person. He always has been. He's more like about a 15, 16-year-old... I would say little girl, like, I mean, because he's not even really masculine. He's feminine, right? So he's about a 16-year-old girl, okay? So he's not going to believe in spirits, and he's not going to believe in my communication. He's not going to believe any of it because the only thing he wants to believe in is superficial. He's 16, okay? So you're obviously dealing with some kind of superficial people around you, okay, that are probably going to call you crazy. And if you're not okay with that, then don't talk about spirits. Don't talk about seeing ghosts. Don't talk about your gifts. If you don't want to be called crazy, if you can't handle being called crazy, because that's going to be people's word for you because they don't have any other word to describe something that they don't know. Okay, rushing to ruin everything and then what lies beneath. So the way that I see this is there's about to be some unforeseen events that are going to take place. Okay, we're almost in new moon energy, almost. We're about to get this huge snowstorm tonight. Whether or not it actually happens, I'm still not fully convinced it's going to happen, but I feel like with the what lies beneath, there is something very unsettling under things that you're about to find out. Okay. And I had to relive the things that my stepfather did. I had to relive the things that my parents did to me. I had to relive a lot because before you open up your third eye, you're just living. You're just robotically living in a world that you don't understand, and you're letting a lot of things control you. Once you wake up, you realize that you are being controlled and you now suddenly don't want to be. So now you figure out the vices that are controlling you and truly what lies beneath. Because surprisingly, what lies beneath is controlling this whole iceberg. What is on the top doesn't mean anything. It's always what's underneath. Okay, that's why they say try not to look at a book cover. You've got to read the pages. You've got to get into the book. You can't just see the cover and go, oh, looks like a stupid book, or looks like a stupid this, or I'm probably not going to like it, when you haven't read a single word inside of it. Try again. And like I always said to myself, well, if something happened to me, I would know. If something happened to me, I would know. I lived 33 years not knowing, okay, what these people did to me, because I was systematically controlled and most of the time drunk, right? When I wasn't working, I was drinking. And the drink helped me from noticing everything that was going on. Okay. So once you take the drink away, once the mirage goes away, you might find out that your life is pretty fucking shitty and that you're living it with a lot of really shitty people. And you find new people and you find new adventures and you find new everything, right? But you have to get rid of the old, and especially the people who don't give a fuck about you. And actually, I love this story. I was dating somebody back in the day, and he was a cop, and a little bit of a dirty cop, but who isn't? Okay, did a lot of drugs, and his friends, all basically high school friends and stuff that he grew up with, right? Hockey guys, hockey friends. And this guy was about 36 at the time. And he was really like opening up his third eye, which is why he was in a relationship with me. He met me at the exact time that he needed to wake up, and he needed to wake up to a lot. Okay. And so I helped him open up his third eye and open up his third ear and start trusting things. Okay. And obviously it was a little bit of a short-lived relationship because it wasn't supposed to be about me and him hooking up. It was supposed to be about him learning how to wake up so he could get out of his reality that he was suffering in. And so he had all these, like I said, all these hockey friends, and I knew they weren't his friends. I knew they weren't his friends. I knew they were not good people, but I was not about to sit there and say, your friends are pieces of shit. They're his longtime friends. I'm not going to say anything about it, right? But then he started to realize it. And actually, his friends were a part of an assault on me that happened with all of his so-called hockey people. When we were not dating, I got assaulted by a bunch of them. And after that, he changed because he realized his friends were not who he thought they were. So what he started doing was he would call each friend over individually. There'd always be a hockey game on, obviously. And he'd say, hey, come on over. I got some blow and I got some alcohol. I got some beers. Come over and watch the game. So his friends would come over. He would crack them a beer right away, but not mention the blow. And until they said something, until they went, hey, where's the blah, blah, blah. Some of them said it upon entry to his house. Where is it? Let's get blah, blah, blah and watch the game. Some waited 5-10 minutes. Some waited an hour. He said one guy drank a beer and he figured that was his only friend because he only had one person that came over, finished their whole beer, had another one with him, and didn't ask about the coke because he was pretty convinced that people were just hanging out with him to do drugs, and that was it. He had to figure out his real friends. Out of about 15 people he did that with, one friend made it out alive. One. And I was very surprised at that one friend that actually truly showed up to be a friend, right? Because again, especially if you're a part of the crew that hides a little bit under the surface, when you hide things under the surface, you are hiding. Therefore, the people around you don't get a good, clear picture of who you are. Okay? And that can come off weird. If they don't know who you are personally, okay, then they're not going to know you. So this Taurus thing, okay, fight or flight, I kind of feel like you either, address it and fucking put it on your wall and make it who you are, because that's who you are. And that's what the 3 billboards is about. It's like, I feel like the universe wants you to fight back, right? They want you to put up you. They want you to be you. No hiding, no shame, no nothing. Just you. They just want you to be you. And they're watching you. Spirit is always watching you. It's always watching your back. It's always watching what people say around you, what people do around you. You have a whole spiritual team watching everything, helping you, communicating with the people around you to stop fucking with you, okay? To stop playing you for a fool as if you don't know what's going on, because that's also the thing is, if you know something's going on, you need to address it. Don't play a fool. Don't be that coward that goes, well, either they're going to stop or they're going to continue. Say something. Stand up for yourself. Fight for your life, okay? And you're going to look crazy and you're going to be called crazy. But guess what? You get called crazy by people who don't know how to protect themselves. They don't know how to energetically stand up for themselves. They want to gossip. They want to talk about people. They want to put people down. Girl Interrupted. I actually was going to watch this movie the other day because, Susanna Kaysen, she really... it learns to accept herself in that crazy house. And that's what this Gothica is about. She gets put into a nut house. Okay. I'm getting goosebumps all over me. Somebody has to understand that you're crazy. And this is where life begins. Okay. Because now you're not the cliche. You're not the mirage. You're not the asshole with the 3 kids that's making a lie. You're real. You're authentic. You're here. And now they're like, put that shit up on the billboards, bitch. Right? Fucking tell it to the world, because there's no going back after this. And trust me, do you think I would take away... people talk about me in this town. Is that Uranus? Oh my God, this is the Uranus card. People talk about me in this town, and I don't care. I love it. I love it. I want everybody saying Whitney Moonshine. Oh, did you see Whitney Moonshine? Oh, did you see Whitney Moonshine? Did you see Whitney Moonshine car driving around? Did you see the Doom Crew car driving around? It started off as crazy, and now it's the sun. Now it's, oh, Whitney Moonshine's in town. Oh, Whitney Moonshine's driving around. Oh, Whitney Moonshine's here. Right? Get those motherfuckers out of your spot. There's Bouncer and Narcissist. We're getting this narcissist out of your life. Okay? And the narcissists that are in your life are trying to get you to hide things about yourself. And those things are vital to you expressing in your everyday life. Okay? You cannot hide who you are, and you shouldn't hide who you are. All right? So, Capricorn, big message today. Okay? The world is like, step up, because this is going to be the best step up evolution of your life. Which is why Taurus energy is here, I believe, because that Taurus energy is going fight. Take it by the horns and go fight. Claim your space, claim your spot, do what you want to do, let it be known, be the crazy person in the town, because guess what? That crazy person, everybody is talking about. So you've got people talking about you that you don't even know is talking about you, and eventually everyone's going to be talking about you, and then you did your job. Okay, so take it how it resonates. Leave it if it doesn't. WhitneyMoonshine@gmail.com, in the description box, how you get a hold of me. We do have Moonshine Tarot 13 streaming every day with the collective readings and the live readings. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you get those notifications when we go live. We do live questions every Sunday on the channel. If you want to be a part of that, peace out, everybody. Peace and love. Namaste. Welcome to your awakening, and I wish you all the luck in the world. All right, namaste.